Hello, this is Sean Terry from Flip to Freedom, and I'd like to welcome you to our first video blog episode. And today we're going to discuss internet marketing in depth. All right. Now, internet marketing is a great form because once you set it up, it literally can just generate leads while you're sleeping. There are some mornings I wake up and I have 3, 5, 10 leads that are sitting there, and I have all the information from the name, their email address, their telephone number, the property address, the property square footage, and how much they owe on the property. With that information, I can find out exactly what the property is worth. I can find out if it is a short sale. I can find out if I could do a wrap on it. I could find out if it's a great wholesale deal. But when you're doing internet marketing, the goal is to have the correct sites set up, and then drive traffic to those sites. Now, there's free methods like Craigslist. You can put information on Craigslist. YouTube is great. Doing a video just like this and sticking up on YouTube as a commercial with a link in there, driving traffic to your site is great. But probably the best and the most fastest way to get traffic to your site, targeted traffic to your site, is through either Google AdWords, Yahoo Search Marketing, or MSN Ad Center. Now, let's talk about Google. Google is great because it's the largest search engine on the planet. Now, when a person goes to sell their property, a lot of times they start online. And they'll search in terms like "we buy ugly houses" or "we buy houses," and they'll put the city, like "we buy houses Phoenix" or "we buy houses Pittsburgh." Or they'll put in "sell house fast" or "sell house foreclosure." Those are all search terms that people put in the search box, and what happens is they're going to put in the search term, click search, and then there's going to be results that show up. Now, typically on the top up there will be what's called sponsored search. It's in like a light yellow, and those are paid search items. And then on the right-hand side of your search results will be more paid, and there's typically about 8 to 9 spots on there that people can actually pay for those spots. Now, obviously, the higher up you are, the more it's going to cost per click, and the lower down you are, obviously, less it's going to be. But anyways, so under those are going to be what's called organic search results. Those are free. And it takes search engine optimization to be able to rank up in those free for those particular search for words that you want to target on. Now, using Google AdWords, you can bid on a specific keyword, and you can say, "I'm going to pay $11 a click for the word 'we buy houses Phoenix,' or 'we buy houses Toronto,' whatever, not Toronto, but San Diego." So you can bid on those specific keywords, and what happens is an ad's going to pop up. It's going to say "we buy houses San Diego," and then there's going to be a brief description: "we buy houses fast in San Diego cash, call now," or "click here," whatever. And then they're going to be able to click on the ad, and as soon as they click on the ad, they're going to land on what's called a squeeze page. Now, a squeeze page is a page where there's no navigation bars. There's basically just one thing you're looking for a person that lands on the page to do. You're just looking for them to fill out a form on the page, and that is just like we talked about. You're asking for the name, email, telephone number, property address, property square footage, and loan amount, and click send. So when what we do is when we have when someone lands on the page, if the keyword is "we buy houses" and they click on that keyword, it goes to a website that says "we buy houses" in San Diego per se, and then it says right at the top, it's a headline: "We buy houses San Diego fast for cash." And then there's little information, and what we do is on our site we give away a free ebook explaining exactly about our company, what our process is, and we actually give them 3 different options or show them the 3 different methods of selling their house, either via a realtor or for sale by owner, or they could sell to an investor like us. So it gives them a lot of good content. It gives them information on about our company, about who we are, and it just builds credibility. So someone, when they hit the website, and right now we have a video on the website. It's actually a video testimonial of me interviewing a lady who actually purchased her house, and it's a great story because literally a lead hit my iPhone. I called her immediately. She happened to be not more than I think 5 to 7 minutes away. I just got out of a meeting. I had time. I ran over to the house. I literally had some contracts and I had some paperwork with me already because I was prepared. Went over to the house, sat down, walked the house, did a contract, and within 30 minutes from her hitting our website, filling out the form, I was at her house and making an offer. We wrote up a contract and we purchased it and closed within roughly about 3 weeks. And she got a good check. So we have that video testimonial. It's about a 5 to 7 minute video. It's on there, but it's great. I'm asking her questions, and it pretty much covers all the aspects of questions that people have about selling their house. It's a great video, and it converts like crazy. Converting mean that when someone hits the web page and they really want to sell their house, then they'll fill out that information to get the free report so we can have the ability to call them. That's why I love internet marketing. So what we do, and our Google Adwords accounts that we have, you can put a daily budget. You're probably wondering, well, you might have heard people can blow through a lot of money on Google AdWords. Well, that can happen. But what is great about Google is you can geo-target down to a specific location, down to, say, San Diego, per se, or Phoenix. And you can say, okay, you can actually take out mobile devices. So anybody that has a mobile device, we don't want to target those. So if they have an iPad, or if they have an iPhone, or if they have an Android or something like that, I don't want them to be able to see our website and be able to click, or be able to see the ads that we have and be able to click on an ad to go to our website. First off, they won't be able to see the video. And second off, if they really want to sell their house, and they're in a desperate situation to sell their house, or in a distressed situation, a lot of them don't have iPad. A lot of people in that situation do not have iPads, iPhones, or Androids, higher-end phones. So I don't target those, but we target a geographic, and you can pick the cities of where you want your ads to show. Now, how does Google do this? Well, they do this through IP address. Each computer has an IP address, and Google can know basically like an address of exactly where they want to show your ads. They can do it in San Diego. They can do it, any parts of Coronado. They can do it in Oceanside or something like that, or San Clemente, or they can, whatever the case. Each city has a specific IP address, and which is a computer or internet address, and you can target those specific areas, which is great. Which basically targets just for people in your specific target market that put in those keywords and hit your website, will fill out the information, and it'll automatically generate a lead, and you'll get an email with all that information across your phone, and you can call them immediately. Then what we do is, now, like we're talking about Google and basically geo-targeting and IP addresses and stuff like that, but one thing great about Google is that you can know specifically what keyword will convert to an action. What keyword resulted in them filling out a form. So, so if someone puts in "we buy houses" and they fill out the form, it'll show up as a conversion. If you have the right code in your website, HTML code, it'll show up as a conversion in your little conversion box there. Or the detail on your dashboard there for Google AdWords. So you can understand which keywords are actually converting into leads and which keywords aren't. Now, if you have a keyword like sell fast foreclosure, and you get 10 clicks, 15 clicks, 20 clicks on that specific keyword, and it's not converting to an action, well, you can get rid of that keyword. And you can only focus strictly on the words that convert. And then what you do is see what happens.